And welcome back to another episode of For the Lads, Master Lukey Mondays. And
Yo,
Master Lukey,
is
it's
it
a
Monday
pleasure.
already?
Yeah, well, it will be for these guys.
You lads are
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, yeah, it is Monday for me, brother.
We are live. Are we live or no?
Now, this one we're just going a pre-recording,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll definitely play around with some more live streams in the future. But when I do it, I wanna do it properly. I wanna like what do you call it?
Promote.
Broadcast. Yeah, promote. Yeah, sorry. That's
I'll
what
cut
happens.
one right now.
Yeah, man. Well, like I'll put it on.
Live from across the pond. Actually, no, wait. Across the pond is the UK.
The other
You're
side of the
across the
world.
whole world.
Yeah, mate.
Holy.
Yeah, I'm on the other
Let me see
side, mate.
something here.
Yeah, but
Alt
I'll cross
S.
I'll cross promote it on different platforms and stuff, but yeah, we'll definitely. I'm keen as to do something with that, but for tonight we'll do a pre-recording one, old school. Ooh.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're still live. There's the people watching. You guys aren't live.
Hmm.
This is where I'm coming from. You could type in Life Food Certified, actually, on Google Maps. Whoop. So zoom out. Can you see that finger, the red finger, or no?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, sweet. So I'm in the city of Hempstead.
Okay.
Other notable UFC alum from Hempstead, Eddie Gordon,
Okay.
Truck,
Nice.
Ultimate Fighter winner, not a runner-up like me.
Hey, brother, the fact that you made it to the finals though is pretty impressive.
I think the shortest route is going across this great land. We got UFC 3, what was that, 19 last night?
Mm. The
Over
Hamzat
here,
DDP one. Yep.
Chicago. My baby bro lives there. Okay, you got Las Vegas over here. The Diaz bros up there in NorCal. What's going on now? We're going through the giant garbage heap of the Pacific, which they're getting rid of. BJ Penn,
He's all the way
a
over
bit of a
there
trash fire.
at the moment, unfortunately.
I blame substance abuse. I think he's a great guy. Obviously, a martial arts legend.
Do you
I'd
think
love
it's
to.
more substance abuse than CTE?
Oh, it's a dangerous combo, and I'll give you the proof right now, which is my teammate Drago,
Hmm. Okay.
and he only drank,
Yeah.
but the man needed subtitles. No offense, bro.
Shit.
DGAF. He's got a tattoo, and I used to be like that. We used to spar
Hmm.
with elbows,
Hmm.
and he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, one weight class above me, who cut a massive amount of weight,
Hmm.
and yeah. So the thing is, even with headgear, I was just on a Reddit post today. They're saying, "Oh, what's even the point of headgear?" I said, "There's only one thing more dumb than doing head contact, and that's doing head contact without proper protection."
Hmm. It.
Where are you, bro?
So I'm up the top there, Queensland,
Hey,
Cairns.
you don't have to give me the exact address.
No,
Oh,
no.
Cairns.
Yeah, just up there,
There
man.
you go.
Yeah, that's the
Who's the
place.
closest champion to you? You by Bobby Knuckles,
Mate,
Izzy?
they're all miles away from where I am, brother. Up here.
They're up there though.
Nah, they're all over the other side of the country.
Okay,
They're all far
okay.
from here, man.
Okay, it's like
Yeah,
here to California or Vegas.
yeah. But where
So
we
no
are, like
no MMA.
it's no. I mean, look, there is, but it's only small stuff. Um, yeah, like they've got a show coming up later. Oh, is it later this year or early next year? I tried to get
Poah!
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, like we have stuff here, but it's more a smaller scale. We had a good fight night boxing recently that I went to, but yeah, that's not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a town here. It's not a big. Yeah, it's not a. It's not a.
Boxing.
Yeah, it's just a town here in Cairns. It's nothing major, but it's more like I haven't been there, but from what I've seen, like the surrounding here looks a little bit more like Hawaii. It's very tropical here, so
Okay.
yeah, it's
You're up
cool.
by the tropics. So.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. More near the equator. We
Yeah,
got the
nice.
Great Barrier Reef and all that, not far from here. Just yeah, there's some things to like about Cairns, and obviously that like anywhere, there's some things not to like. But
Well, I still practice jump rope, shadow boxing, heavy bag work, and conditioning. I think martial arts and boxing,
mm,
which those exercises come from, has something to offer people as a path of self improvement.
mm,
I just was speaking to a karate man. He said every strike is actually an internal development of strength. So, do you need to kill somebody in a ring for money?
yeah, I mean, if you're going
But
full
that's more
contact,
of
it can happen.
a promotion.
Yeah.
If you think about the actual fight, the thing that we love the most, which is the action, the
Mm,
technique, all right, we're not looking at somebody getting their head smashed with a hammer because we like blood. We're actually looking at a technique, an art,
mm,
a science, a sport. So I think we can still practice. If you bear with me, I'll pull up Master Lukey boxing.
mm,
Now I'm somebody who loves all aspects of MMA, not just boxing.
mm,
So I haven't put the time in like a pure boxer. So what we're gonna see here is it's not great boxing. That's all I'm gonna say. But what do want you to see is just a little bit of action.
mm.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Now the whole match is 5 minutes. We'll just watch it on. Well, I can't put it on fast speed, but we'll watch the whole thing. Um, on my website, I do have the voting system up. Matter of fact, I have a scoring for this match. Let's see here. We're going to copy widget and go to masterlookie.com. This is what I can do on the fly. Say I pull up to who's close by. I saw today Eddie Alvarez, King of the Underground.
Yeah.
Like
Eddie.
him?
Yeah, I mean, like he's a great fighter. You're talking about Eddie that kind of took the title from you.
King of the Underground.
Nice.
He's got a gym now. Okay. Hold on, I messed up. Gotta
Last time
put
I
the.
saw him, he was doing that BKFC.
So he was posting, I think it was Instagram, and he's got a gym. He's got a
Mm.
gym now. Here's the one. And he actually was showing some good technique. And he's still young.
Mm.
He been through wars, of course,
Mm.
right?
Hopefully he's made
But
out with a bit of cash. I mean, he was a
he's
champion, so.
he still was able to teach. And let's see here, perfect guy for me to match up with, or for anybody,
Mm.
within this rule set. I definitely wouldn't want to, fight him with head contact.
Mm.
All right, are we looking at masterlukey.com on your screen?
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, so I gotta go back to Facebook. Okay, three, two. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're on masterlukey.com now. I'll leave the sound off so you and I can talk.
Yeah.
We had I don't know if I interrupted you before, but you did send me a list of topics, so I think this is a good segue. You had the two Japanese guys in the same night, just like the two fighting nerds last night, spinning back elbow.
Mm.
Two deaths in boxing in the same on the same card,
The
same
same
night.
card,
Definitely.
same night, same age. Both in their 20s.
And it's not just.
Master Lukey,
I mean,
which one do you, Bella? The two guys
my
sparring.
code name,
No, no, on
my
the
code name
which
in
one
the. Well,
is that?
I'm
You in the
going to
red?
describe it.
That's you in the red there.
When I spar, right?
Yeah,
I put on a. I used to have a blue helmet. It's a special type of Muay Thai helmet.
yeah.
So it's not a nose bar. People don't like the nose bar because they can't see.
Mm.
And now in the League of Champions, you have to have chin protection
Mm.
because sometimes the punch could slide off the elbow
Mm.
and accident or shoulder and accidentally connect to the chin
Mm.
or cheek. The fact that it's sparring and we're trying to score points and not knock each other out, it takes the edge off the punches. So it's something that is addressed in the rules meeting.
Mm.
What happens if you get accidental head contact, right? But anyway, mine that I have right there is black. The old one was blue, and so my code name when I put on this suit, I transform into Optimus.
Oh, Optimus Prime.
Optimus Red.
Who's the guy you're moving with? He looks pretty good. He moves well.
Optimus Red is from a Japanimation
Yeah.
where he transformed into a giant fire truck.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the whole instead of a trailer, the whole aspect of safety.
Yeah.
So now I'm Optimus Red. My sparring partner is War Dog.
War Dog. He looks
War
good.
Dog,
He
yeah.
moves well, man.
He's got a lot of experience with professional boxers.
Mm. Yeah, he looks like it.
Unfortunately, he's the sparring partner, and there's levels. Like I
Mm.
said, I only do boxing as part of MMA. So
Mm.
you have these specialists that would be tooling me right now.
Mm.
I
But
had
you've
one
got
like smoker with boxing, and I couldn't even touch the guy.
yeah. But if
He
you
just
were
hit.
to compete in MMA or in a street fight, it'd probably be a bit different.
Well, you get the whole clinch,
Yeah, it just
whole
changes.
clinch game. I don't have good takedowns, but so I probably would against a boxer. I try to use Muay Thai clinch and
Have you ever had any street fights before?
street fights after the age of I would say 17 because I started kung fu training at 15.
Mm.
and I got in one fight in high school, and that was it. After high school, I had a year of partying,
Mm.
and then one day I was driving. I had a job as a taxi operator, and
Mm.
I saw the sign, uh, Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do Kickboxing, and that happened to be Ray Longo's. I walked in, came back that night, and because I had experience in kung fu, even against like other kids and what would you call them, weekend warriors,
Mm.
like dads and moms.
So when did that translate into Longo MMA? Like, so it was
Hmm.
originally just called Jeet Kune Do Kickboxing Gym, or
Yep.
and it,
Yep.
how long? So you were there from the beginning in a way, like
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah. Well, when UFC came out, I was at the kung fu school. We were rooting for Jason DeLuca.
Yeah, I think
Hey.
yeah. When I first saw it, I was rooting for him as well, but he got uh, put against Hoist, and I was like, shit, he's just gonna get taken down. But
You
I
knew
think
it?
yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Because like I said, the first one I watched was UFC 4. So, and then the second one was the first UFC, and then I watched through. So by the time, because I already watched the fourth one, I kind of knew, all right, he's gonna get taken down by this grappler, But he had a few fights in MMA, I think. I think, right? Do you know?
I heard that he knew the Gracies from Japan and actually trained under them, and you know that's why Hoist didn't let go of the armbar and broke his arm because he was like
Shit.
pissed that he would take what they showed him and be an opponent.
Hmm.
But that's just
I
the
thought
rumor,
I thought the Gracies put together the event, right? So wouldn't have they
right?
hand selected him?
Don't get into conspiracy talk now, James. You know I love that. Worked matches and
Well, look, hey,
backdoor deals.
I'm not saying it's work matches, but like it was their event. You know what I mean? They selected the guys they wanted. I would imagine they would have put
Facts.
together the structure of the night and that. So
What do they call that? Padding a record?
mm,
Building a fighter? What do they call it in boxing? It's like building or some word. You want the guy to
yeah,
get increasingly difficult experience, even though it's not where he's at. It's a step up from
yeah.
wherever.
But yeah, I
So
mean, yeah. Sorry,
he's a
go.
great sparring partner, War Dog. Can you see on the screen now where it
Yeah.
says Master Lukey?
Yep.
And then basically we give each fighter a score.
Mm.
I'll go 61. And just to make it interesting, I mean, me personally, I think I outscored him.
Mm.
I'm going to give him a 44 and then submit. And we have other scores right now. I'm winning 68.3 to 61.
Nice and close.
Yeah, so look at last night.
Mm.
Hyped match. Super hyped.
Mm.
Did it deliver?
Yeah. Yeah.
People going to
Hey.
complain, oh, he didn't, like they used to do with GSP. He's not finishing people anymore,
Mm.
right? I
Well,
mean, not to mention the people he's facing is world class.
yeah. I mean, it's for a title. Um, he got in there. He dominated. Like he never really had DDP in too much danger of finishing him, but he got the job done, and he got in and he walked out with the title, and he didn't cop any damage. So like you can't, yeah, you
Perfect
can't hate
game
him.
plan.
Yeah, he was so easy as well. Like he took him down so quick that he dumped him, and then DDP, and then at the very end he had a little bit of Like he stuffed a takedown and that, but the chain wrestling and that. Even when he had glimpses of stuff and just the chain wrestling, it was just on another level. And I don't think they've ever really had a dominant wrestler in middleweight. Like they've had him in other weight divisions, but it's generally one full of strikers. Because
Mm-hmm.
you think Rich Franklin, who we got? If we go through it, it's Franklin, bloody Anderson, bloody, GSP then, but we got else, Adesanya, like a lot of them are all,
Mm.
they're all dominant.
Weidman won with strikes.
Yeah, I mean, Weidman is a great wrestler, but it's not like he was Matt Hughesing it, you know what I mean? He fought as an MMA fighter, like he didn't fight as a wrestler that just used a bit of striking to set up his takedowns. I mean, he knocked out
And that,
Anderson on the feet.
right? Basically twice.
Yeah.
But as far as last night goes, is that what would you say that that was Khamzat's game plan was to use his striking to set up the takedown? He never really tried to actually do any damage,
Well,
which makes sense.
yeah. Look, I think if he could have maybe gotten to a little bit better of a position in that crucifix, maybe he might have tried to split him with elbows, but he just minimised the risk, and then he got the job done. I don't know if he. I think he got punched once. I think in the
Wow.
last round there, DDP hit him with a nice right hand, but outside of that, he got in, got out unscathed. It's his first
One
title.
punch.
Yeah, yeah, first title fight. I was going for DDP. Like, if I'm being honest, I wanted DDP to win, but I'm always, as long as I'm always happy just to watch, man. Like, I mean,
I
I
would have
could,
stayed up if I could,
yeah,
for
I could
sure.
understand maybe some people saying it's a bit boring. Um, but at the end of the
If he got him
day,
in the crucifix, I don't see how that could be boring. That is a
because
awesome.
he just was punching like that. He wasn't really
But I'm
putting any.
talking about the actual grappling. Like
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
get DDP,
To
like, you
get
think anybody could ever do
it,
that to DDP? It's
and he
like
did it
that's definitely impressive.
definitely, and he did it every round. Um, so yeah, I mean, like he just, yeah, the total domination as far it wasn't like I heard someone saying like 10-8 rounds. They weren't 10-8 rounds. Like 10-8 rounds means you drop someone or you had him hurt badly or you had him in a
Hmm,
close submission. It was nothing like that, but it was,
really?
well, in my
You don't
opinion,
think crucifix is 10-8?
not if you're not if you're not doing not if you're not trying to finish, which I don't think he
Bro,
was.
that is the finish.
Yeah, but he wasn't like. It's not like he was. It wasn't like Matt Hughes
Let me
with
ask you
BJ
this.
Penn. Like it wasn't
Did
like.
he ever did he ever finish the round with the crucifix?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
He
DDP
might have.
did get out?
He might have done one of the rounds.
Because I got saved by the bell. If you watch the Ultimate Fighter finale, first round, I was mounted getting elbows on my head
Yeah,
when the bell rang. And you talk about a real fight.
yeah. I
That's 10-8 in my opinion,
I
you know?
I understand what you're saying, but he wasn't being. There wasn't enough impact on the shots, or he wasn't like looking for a submission. Like it wasn't 10-8 in my opinion. This is my
In
opinion.
judo, they call it a pin,
Yeah, he
and you
definitely
you
had him
can win
pinned.
like that in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So if we go back to that point where I brought up that, you see over time, over the eons, these metas
Mm.
of styles. You have people that want to knock you out. You have people that want to grapple you.
Yeah.
And so the sports basically evolve where people who want to see the pinning, people who want to see the boxing,
Mm.
right? So that's how you win. I mean, look, I was just going to say that what's the product?
Mm.
The product is the promo, the most hyped fight of the year, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that.
Uh, why is that? Is it because he's Muslim? That's the product. He's the product.
Uh,
So, as far as having to have somebody finish
mm.
and get knocked out, where is the product? Where is the value in that? So, it's kind of like a layer beyond what you're seeing with the UFC
Mm.
because they are a business.
Mm.
Are you saying that because he's not knocking people out, he's going to be less of a draw in his next fight? Hell, no.
No, because he's
If
already.
anything, this is better. People are going to be talking trash. Oh, all you do is wrestle fuck.
Yeah, look, one
That's
fight.
right. I'm
Yeah,
going to do it to you too.
one fight doesn't say like he finished heaps of people, but I just think that he did what he needed to do and got it in and out, and he really took no damage. And if you want to say he played it safe, yeah, I mean like, but I don't. It's his first title fight. He's walks away as a world champion. Like I'm not gonna hate on him for that. Like.
Congrats. Sean Strickland says he out wrestled them every time they trained together.
Yeah, but Sean Strickland, he just likes to stir shit. So he wants that next fight. That's why he's cutting a promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna
I applaud
I'm
him
gonna
for
cut
that.
a promo against Eddie Alvarez,
Yeah.
the king of the underground. Wait till I show up. All I got to do is have a laptop, James, and I could do what I just did with War Dog,
Yeah.
live stream it, and do a MMA version.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No head contact,
Yeah.
no finishing either, because he could leg kick my knee sideways.
Yeah.
You ever see these challenge matches where the jiu-jitsu school owner or the black belt, he teaches the guy a lesson, right? Oh, CrossFitter
Mm.
comes in, he's like, oh, he wants to test himself out. Oh, and then you end up seeing the jiu-jitsu man on top of him, like slapping him in the face, like, oh, did you learn your lesson?
Mm.
Like, what does that prove? You actually have somebody coming to you for guidance,
Mm.
and your best option that you think is to beat them up?
Yeah, but it's a little bit different from where you're coming from. When you get
Yeah,
someone that's.
because I'm coming from a place of sparring,
Mm,
and that is the product.
and you're not being disrespectful.
If it's really a sport, James,
Yeah.
are we gonna say that beating somebody up
Mm.
in slapping them in the face, is that a sport? Now, okay, so Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is not a sport. It's self-defense.
Yeah. I mean, it's both.
It's a real martial art.
Yeah. Look,
So
I
I don't
think
do BJJ.
I think in that scenario, it's not a sport. That's someone who's talking a lot of shit online and then, is
Hmm.
stupid enough to get in a cage with a professional fighter and then learns a lesson the hard way. Um,
The lesson is this: you talk shit to me online, you come down to the gym,
mm,
we'll train together and spar,
mm,
and we'll see who actually is going to get a higher score.
yeah.
How's that? And we can both get paid for it through corporate sponsorships. You got to talk. You got something to say? Back it up
Mm,
with money,
mm,
right? You have your two sponsors,
yeah.
and so what did I get? A 68 against War Dog? 68 times whatever the sponsor is paying, $5 a point, $2 a point.
Mm,
That money goes to charity.
mm.
How's that?
Sounds good, man.
You could do it
I
because you have experience,
don't know,
right?
man.
You got takedowns, you got boxing.
Yeah.
You're
Uh,
like Eddie Hall, world's strongest man
I don't
in
know, man.
MMA.
I'm like
That's you.
I'm Timu Eddie Hall.
Can's strongest man.
Nah, I got mates here that are stronger than I am. I'm stronger than the
I'm saying
average
this.
person. I'll take
But
that.
would they step in? Would they do MMA? I'm saying you got the wrestling and the boxing.
Yeah.
Come
If
on,
I
bro.
was younger, 100%. But
Charity match. I've heard of guys dying in charity boxing matches. How about that?
true. No shit.
Fucking oath.
When?
Get up right now. This is the beauty of screen sharing, James.
Yeah.
We get the chat involved on the live stream. Guys, make sure you're leaving comments for questions
But
you want answered.
remember, this one's a pre-recorded one. So we did live last time. This one's just a pre-recorded.
Okay, masterlukey.com. Right? You with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. But I'm saying you see the screen?
Mm.
Okay. It says the safest way over here. This is my free seminar tour.
Mm.
I'm going to teach you a lesson. Charity, boxing, death. Several instances of death occurring during or after charity boxing matches have been reported, highlighting the inherent risks associated with the sport.
Mm.
These incidents often involve amateurs, charity, they're just calling it white collar because they're sponsored, right?
Mm.
Where their participants are not often, typically not professional boxers. Let's say their names. Dominic Chapman, moment of silence. A 26-year-old man who died after a white collar boxing match in Worcester.
Mm.
Is that England? In April 2022. An
Yeah.
inquest revealed a catastrophic punch to the head caused his death.
Mm.
So he got knocked out. Only takes one. Jubal Reggie Kurian. Moment of silence. Another amateur. Didn't get paid even.
Mm.
23 years old. Died after the fight in Nottingham. Okay, another Brit.
Mm.
March 2023. He suffered a brain injury from a blow to the face and was later found to have irreversible brain damage. A lot of times they'll pull the plug after draining the blood out of the skull, but that blood is supposed to heal the brain.
Oh,
It's
sure.
kind of backwards thinking,
Is that?
but they see pressure and the head swells up so
Yeah.
much that they freak out and they go, "Holy fuck, he's gonna die if we don't get that out of there." But they're gonna have to let the guy rest anyway
Mm.
instead of inducing a coma and basically bleeding his brain out.
Mm.
They should just, I mean, it's hard to say after the fact, but
Mm.
uh, Jules Bevis died after collapsing during a charity boxing match in Norwich, another October 2022. The event was held to raise money for a young girl's cancer treatment.
Fuck.
Becky Zerlentes. Now, these aren't even the pros,
Mm.
not to mention the two guys in Japan who just passed.
Mm.
Becky Zerlentes collapsed after a punch to the head in a Golden Gloves match in Denver, 2005. Okay, that's amateur Golden Gloves, it's like the championships,
Yeah.
national championships.
Yeah.
These incidences underscore the dangers of boxing, even in non professional settings. Could happen in training. You get subconcussive impact from head contact, regardless of noticeable concussion,
Mm.
and that's why they took out heading in youth soccer because the ball's coming, from a big kick.
Yeah.
That's quite a force there. The inquests and investigations into these deaths often highlight the importance of proper training. Okay, let's read that as don't get hit in the head over and over again,
Mm.
or even once, apparently. One could do it. Medical supervision.
Mm.
Okay, this is somebody has to say, stop doing head contact and selling your life away to Dana and the rest of them who don't even practice it themselves. And awareness of the risks involved.
Mm.
And speak up about it, guys. If you're in the gym and you guys are doing sparring, tell them, I'll spar. I can't do head contact. Sorry. It's too important.
Yeah.
Tell them Master Lukey told you. No head contact. You can still get all the best arts and
Mm.
sport
Oh, you cut.
fighting, as we call it.
Yeah.
We used to call it sport fighting. It's kind of an oxymoron, but I just call it MMA.
On that note, I'll bring up the Primal Milwaukee. They have no head contact sparring in their gym. I mean, they have pro fighters. Obviously, the pro fighters compete with head contact, but in the gym, there's no head contact. So,
Yo, where'd you find that out?
doing a little bit of research, looking around. So, I mean, there is You're definitely not the only one. There's other people out there feeling the same way you are. You know, gyms that don't allow head contact, or they're going more of light sparring. I got another one here with Matt Brown criticizing Sean Strickland's heavy sparring approach, saying it kills creativity and growth. You don't evolve that way. You only use your top 5 or 10 techniques. You have to break them down and get more creative. So there's another one. I saw
Well,
a couple other bits and pieces as well, saying that other gyms, MMA gyms, trying to avoid heavy sparring. I mean, they still do head contact, but they're trying to back off the sparring because it's the wear and tear in the gym wars.
yeah. Well, the word is subconcussive impact, and it doesn't matter how hard you get hit because it's a scale or a spectrum, and you could be low on the scale and still be registered,
Mm,
you know, as on the scale. So all these guys doing light MMA sparring, you gonna fight light? If you're gonna fight light, then do light sparring. If you're going to fight hard, you have to spar hard, and that's the reason why Sean Strickland does it. He doesn't do it because uh, it's not helping him.
yeah.
Okay, and the fact that you only do 1 to 10 moves is not a negative
Mm,
if you're fighting to the death.
mm,
If you're looking at martial arts as a path of self improvement, you could still make the argument that you want to master one thing before moving on, but you can have a specialty and still increase your deficits
mm,
like what somebody would do in bodybuilding.
mm,
If you have good shoulders, but you need to, I don't know, build your chest or, your back, you want to fill out your back, you could have uh, extra work. Like after I left Ultimate Fighting, I switched to Southpaw
mm,
because I was so right heavy that like everything, all my muscles were bigger on the one side. So I was
yeah.
like, oh shoot, I'm getting
You should.
lopsided here. Like my cousin who used to do skateboarding, he was an amateur skateboarder, but he got sponsored because he was good, but he only pushed with his left leg,
Mm.
and his left leg was super jacked, like
Yeah.
calf muscles. It was noticeable.
Yeah.
Like some of these arm wrestlers,
Mm.
one arm is like just huge compared to the other.
So
Uh,
you're trying
but
to.
Matt Brown, you got to respect, man. He's a legend.
Mm. And
He's a guy that would absolutely finish me, and somebody that's huge for 170. And really, is he still fighting?
I think he stopped recently. At
Right.
least as far as the UFC. I think he had his last fight in the UFC not too long ago. I'm not 100 on that though, but yeah, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he come
Good
from
stuff.
he if I remember correctly, because I don't want to speak out and be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember he was a heroin addict and all that, and then
Immortal.
yeah, and he overdosed, and then he got into MMA, and they changed his life. So
Self improvement.
yeah,
Discipline.
yeah,
Just like you doing the research for your show. Milwaukee, that's a Native American name. I'm
yeah,
not surprised that they have a great spirit.
mm,
I like to check that gym out, and you said they got pros there too.
yeah, and they're exactly. That's right up your alley. That's why I brought it up. Because I
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I would say I'm the first. I'm definitely the one who's pushing it as a replacement, not
mm,
as a supplement. But
yeah,
I've said it before, the things that I do is for a good reason.
yeah,
Everything from my menu choice
yeah,
to my style of training.
mm,
So I'm not surprised that other people are seeing, the benefit of it.
mm,
And it's even more reinforcement that Matt Brown says that the sparring is better
mm,
without head contact. How's that? He literally said it's more exciting. You're not just stuck to the same moves over and over again.
mm,
Takedown, try to stand up, right?
yeah. I mean,
Gets boring after a while, they say.
yeah. Look, as far as like what you were saying, being like devil's advocate with you gotta spar the way you compete. I do agree with that, but at the same time, I don't think you can spar hard all the time either, because then you don't. If you're going hard in sparring, you tend not to branch out and try different things, because you know if you fuck up, you're gonna wear a good shot. So I think
Yo.
if you got a fight coming and it's not far off, then you've got to do your hard sparring. But otherwise, it's good to just experiment a little bit.
So, I was taking everything from the point of view of League of Champions. So, what I would say is that in terms of sparring hard, it's
Mm,
your weekly match.
mm,
Is this a sport? You have a game every week. You have a baseball game, you have a soccer game, or you have a football game on Sunday,
mm,
and you have your sparring match
mm,
once a week. Every other day during the week when you're training, you're practicing, you look at the videotape, you see what you got to work on, what you did good, what you need to work on. Just like a professional golfer gets their swing videotaped
yeah.
and they go back and they look. So, hard sparring we did for years. I've been knocked out or I've been, received of concussion in sparring. One time, Matt Serra, I think I told you the story. He punched me with that punch that he got GSP with,
Yeah.
and I remember sitting on the side of the mats after that against the cage. Because Matt used to take a while. He had to teach class, and then he had to take his energy drink before sparring. Then it would make him go to the bathroom, so we'd have to wait for him to go to the bathroom. And then he had to take his wraps off to wipe. Then he had to come back out, get his hands wrapped again, hit the pads, warm up. So I'm like sitting on the side of the mat. I'm like, all right, come on, you guys ready to spar or what?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you sparred already. I had no idea. I don't know if he
Yeah.
knocked me out and went to sat down or if
Oh
I finished
shit!
the round or what.
You forgot about it.
I said, when are we gonna spar? Like, no,
Yeah.
you sparred already.
Shit. Yeah.
And I
They
thought
def.
back, I was like, oh, I do kind of remember. He hit me with that punch twice.
Yeah.
Once at Longo's old gym, you were asking me before, I was there at the beginning.
Mm.
So, Jeet Kune Do kickboxing, the lineage goes Ray Longo, Tom Burrell. Tom Burrell is a Jeet Kune Do instructor. I believe it's called Sifu.
Mm. So this is back in the
And
day when you first turned up there.
and Tom Burrell's under Dan Inosanto,
Mm. Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
So he's directly under Dan. There was other guys that were under Dan and like Paul Vunak. There's another guy who I can't maybe Longo would you'd have to ask Longo, but Tom was directly trained under Dan,
Mm.
and then Ray's under Tom, um, and basically, I mean, you probably know the story. Bruce had a philosophy of fighting or of martial arts, and he never intended it for it to be a style.
Mm.
But there was a core curriculum that Dan branded
Mm.
under Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do kickboxing,
Mm.
and the kickboxing was like at that time, other Asians in the form of Thai boxers were coming over to spread. So after the servicemen came back from World War II, they brought the Japanese arts,
Mm.
karate and judo. The karate guys like Chuck Norris, Joe Louis, Benny the Jet Urquidez, you probably know this
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. Oh, I
They
know
got
them
into
guys.
PKA,
Yes.
Professional Karate Association, which
Yeah.
became kickboxing.
Mm.
Above the waist, they wore the boots and the pants,
Yeah.
Chuck Norris style.
Yep. Yep.
Um, Bill Superfoot Wallace. Then the ties, you have that famous match. I think it was Benny the Jet. It might have been. I know there's one with one of the Rufus brothers.
Yeah. I know the
I
one you
think it was
mean.
Benny the Jet though. But it's another guy. And basically, the karate guys were getting the shit kicked out of their legs.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, I remember
And
watching that, and it changed it. Yeah.
Lou Neglia is the local champion,
Mm.
and he became a promoter, co-promoted with Ray, and that's where they had kickboxing.
Mm.
Muay Thai, and then eventually what they used to call exhibition grappling. And it was Matt Serra wearing these cheap hand pads. It wasn't even a glove. It was just like a pad on the back of the hand with a wrist strap. No knuckle. And it was open hand strikes.
Mm.
And, there's pictures of him doing a flying armbar in a kickboxing ring
True.
on these mixed cards. And that's when I came in. I fought a few times. It was called Vengeance at the Vanderbilt. Matt Serra, Nick Serra, Joe Scarola,
Mm.
a couple of Sambo guys. And then Lou Neglia moved on to promote MMA during the transition, and it became Ring of Combat. The kickboxing matches were still on there, but they started to get phased out.
Mm.
I was in Ring of Combat 1 through 6,
Nice.
and when I got on the show, Ray moved his gym from the garage area of a bodybuilding gym and strength gym
Mm.
to his own facility down the road, like 2 miles away, in a warehouse area. He got a cage, he went from a ring to a cage, big open mat space along with the heavy bags and stuff. And
And this is
then
around the
Weidman
same
came
era.
in.
That's sorry to interrupt. That's
hmm
around the same era as when you went on the show.
So after I got on the show,
Okay, so
it
when
was
you
like
before
the,
when you went
the
on the
big,
show, they were still in the old gym.
yep,
Okay.
right after the finale. I think my next fight we were training at the new gym. Then, due to the popularity
Mm.
of this being an MMA gym, and upgraded everything, and it was right next to Hofstra University, Nassau Community College. Hofstra University is one of these top wrestling. I think it's Division 1, but I might be mistaken. Anyway, Weidman came in, Truck came in,
Mm.
Aljamain came in, Ally Quinta came in.
Nice.
I was sparring partner for Al, and I sparred with Weidman once in grappling. He tapped me out 19 times in 5 minutes, mostly with the same move,
Yeah.
which was at the time I would, because it takes a while to learn everything. You got to fill in the gaps.
Mm.
I was trying to stand up. So in jujitsu, you have the technical stand up where you're on your back and you come up like this. But
Mm.
at this moment, the guy can jump on you with a front headlock, which in wrestling is like you're in the grips of an alligator
Yeah. Especially
with
Weidman.
Weidman.
Yeah. He's
And then he
massive.
just goes from front headlock and he goes locks up the Darce choke or the anaconda.
Mm.
That was most of it. He was really good at that, beating black belts.
When he came
And
in, we use all like straight away. Oh shit, this guy's gonna be something.
oh, Ray definitely
Mm.
invested a lot of time. And we sparred once also in kickboxing, and he kicked the hell out of my leg. Couldn't walk for a while.
Mm.
We didn't get to do that, thankfully. That ground and pound drill that Drago and I were doing with the elbows, I wouldn't have survived that for sure. Because Weidman, I saw something with him when he was exerting himself, like whether it was wrestling, sparring, hitting the pads. I saw his face. He had this smile, which he was enjoying the competition.
Mm.
Now, me personally, because I didn't grow up wrestling, I enjoyed like the creativity of it, figuring out puzzles in sparring. Like if somebody does this, I do this type of thing,
Mm.
and that was my kind of achievement where I'd figure something out. But Weidman, I think he loved the competition. And there's a slight difference because that competition involves beating the shit out of somebody.
Mm.
So I saw this smile on his face as he was doing that. And because of that, I know that he wouldn't have done anything other than beat the shit out of me. Just like Matt Hughes gave me a concussion on The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. I'm not saying he was a bad person. Like he got a bad rap in that book. Somebody wrote a book about him and saying, "Oh, he's a dick." It's just like nature of the game. Don't
Yeah.
hate the player, right? I
Mm.
mean, people complaining about things like, "Oh, honor this." I'm like, you're literally killing somebody for money, and where you can't talk about honor after that.
Yeah.
About fake glove taps and hitting somebody in the balls and working matches and stuff. We got to start at the place where somebody's going to try and kill somebody else, and somebody else is going to make money, and that's the thing that this thing right here where somebody's getting paid to
Mm.
kill somebody else, that's what we have to change. And then look, you cut that off. Now the promoter is actually interested in the athlete.
Mm.
The WWE doesn't want their stars to miss matches.
Mm.
Every week you got to perform.
But they cop a lot of CTE and that as well. Like the wrestlers. What's the guy? Why am I blanking on his name? He killed his family and all that. Apparently, he had it real bad.
Yeah, they did make a bunch of changes,
Yeah.
and there's something to be said for wrestling being a concussion sport.
And they
But
because they do it so regularly as well. Like every
yeah, in the
weekend.
practice, the
Yeah.
training.
I think if
But
with contact sports, it's pretty hard to get away from.
right,
Um.
wrestling is a concussion sport. Hockey, where there's no head contact, is a concussion sport. Of course, football is deadly.
Yeah.
But my excuse, because I have people in the natural healing community who don't want me to do martial arts at all,
Mm.
my excuse is that if we take it from the level of killing or fighting
Mm.
down to sparring, you're going to really eliminate most, and it's a step in the right direction.
Mm. Yeah.
Do you work with the best with what you can?
Yeah. That's right. And it's good.
I tried telling people like stop head contact when I first left UFC,
Yeah.
and they just looked at me as crazy. So I realized you got to give them an alternative. Don't just say, stop, but do
Mm.
this instead.
Yeah. And like there's always going to be people that are not going to be interested in that. They're going to want the full thing, but it's good to have another option. And if there's another league, there's going to be people that are going to be more interested in that, or especially if people that are starting out or something. Like I said, man, I think you could be onto something, but yeah. What do
It's the
you?
money.
Well,
Show me the money.
I think
If it's valid, if it's a valid sport, like
yeah,
you're saying,
yeah,
people will like it.
yeah.
And if they like it, and it's monetizable, which it is, obviously the model has been proven.
Mm.
WWE is not real fighting,
Mm.
and people watch that.
Mm.
So what's the product? Do they like watching the wrestling? Are they turned on by the promos? Do they love
I think it's the pageantry
the
of the
star?
wrestling. The
Hmm.
wrestling is the whole pageantry of it. Like when you say cutting a wrestling promo, you know exactly what people mean by that. It's the whole thing with wrestling that certain people get into. For me, I was never really big on it, to be honest. Um, when I had the Ken Shamrock interview, I had to like ask a buddy of mine and do a little bit of a little bit of research because honestly, I knew fuck all about wrestling, um, but my brother, for example, he loves it. His whole bedroom's
Yeah.
covered in that
No,
sort of
it's
stuff.
big.
So
It's big, and they're both owned by the same company.
they are now, yeah, they are now.
So which one is worth more? Do we know?
I would say UFC,
Okay.
but I could be
Hey, we got
wildly
we got
wrong.
the best of both worlds over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about building a star.
Mm.
The UFC wishes every fighter could come back for 321. I think he said he wants to fight again in Abu Dhabi.
Mm.
Huge star,
Mm.
right?
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but I guarantee you, he's this is an improvement from the last one. I don't even can't even remember who was the last. Dustin Poirier, who was the last main guy, the last main fight.
What
It's
do
the
you mean, like?
BMF, right?
Yeah, the
The last pay per view.
yeah, the Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway fight.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick check. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. Let's see here. I'll ask chat. Which pay-per-view UFC made more money between the gate and the pay-per-view buys, or should say, which UFC main event got more views? Is it from last night, Hamzat versus Dricus Duplessis, or was it the BMF baddest motherfucker belt match between Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier? Which one got more views? Did you already look it up, mate?
I couldn't find the
Here's what's known. Okay. Notable promotional high point: 110,000 live viewers on the pre-fight.
hmm.
Uh,
And that's just the
okay.
pre-fight.
UFC 319 broke promotional records.
Oh, well, there you go.
That could be from the new deal, though, Paramount.
Yeah. I mean, the Drickus Hamzat fight's one of, if not the biggest fight of the year, though. So I'm not surprised it beat the Poirier Max fight.
Does it make sense that the more you see somebody, the more you become a fan?
Uh,
I mean, Honor, everybody's saying, "Oh, yeah, he doesn't fight anymore," but he's still
do you really want to
a
see
draw,
Conor
right?
fight though? Like, I don't want to see him fight. I don't
No,
want.
you don't want to see him fight versus somebody in
Look,
UFC, bro.
hey man, like if he fights, obviously I'm gonna tune in and watch it. But no, I don't want to see him fight. Like he doesn't take it
Damn.
serious. He's living his best life, if you want to put it. Like he's always on the coke. Like he isn't. We're not gonna see the Connor that was Connor from years ago. Like that guy's gone now. I don't need to see him get in there way past his prime and just get hurt.
Versus another way past his prime fighter, though.
Like I said, man, if
Just
he's
asking.
oh look, I'll definitely watch it. Right, it's one of them things, though, right? Like if it's there, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Um, but I would rather him just like get his shit together. If I'm being honest, like good ways, I'd rather just see him get his shit together.
Hmm. I think you got a better chance of seeing him fight, though. Take what you can get, my guy.
Yeah,
Take what you can
I'm not
get
gonna
with
argue
Connor.
with that. But look,
I want to
apparently,
see him at 185, completely jacked to the gills.
yeah, a steroid
Super Connor.
exemption, so he can get on that all the steroids.
Him and RFK Jr. eating McDonald's together.
Well,
Make Ireland healthy again. Make
apparently,
Ireland healthy again, Connor.
well, that's what he's trying to. He reckons. But look, apparently he's really pushing to get on that bloody White House fight card, which apparently is going to happen. So you never know. I
What's going to
wouldn't be
happen? The card or him fighting on it?
well. The White House card
Yeah,
apparently is
that's
definitely
happening.
going to happen, and
Right.
apparently he's pretty serious about it. So if it wasn't for that, I would say nah. I don't think we'll ever see him fight again. But the fact that
Oh, yeah.
he's going to fight, like the fact that they're going to have a card at the White House, like yeah, I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised to see him on it. Like that's a huge
Facts.
card.
Facts. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a backdoor deal on that one, too. They just had a card in the Times Square the other night.
Yeah, true.
Literally, like in the middle of Times Square, outside, little pentagram cage.
Yeah, but like a
It's
local what
wild.
like a local what's this one?
It's called Victory Fighting League.
Okay, nice.
Might be a Bodog one-off type of money laundering scheme, but it happened.
Yeah,
VFL,
it was good.
in the middle of Times Square there.
True, I
I
didn't even
think
know.
it was pro
Yeah,
because some kid that I used to train at Longo's, he was a kid, literally a kid. Now he's a pro fighter, and he was on that card.
yeah,
He went into the military, came out, and I don't think he won because it was on Ryan LaFleur's Instagram
yeah.
because he's his coach. Remember Ryan LaFleur?
The name rings a bell.
He was a welterweight, UFC, trained at the Black Zillions for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of his notable fights, but he's the coach. So he didn't post the results of the fight. He just showed like a clip of the boy in the cage when they were announcing him.
Mm.
And then the next post was of his next fighter coming in.
Mm.
And then the next post after that was the second fighter sitting on top of the cage. And the caption was first round submission. So the fact that he didn't post the results of the first guy leads me to believe that he might not have won,
Mm. Okay.
which unfortunately, means he could have gotten injured.
Mm.
And I just think and believe that Bruce Lee, if he was alive today, would be teaching a no head contact type of sparring, especially when you consider that the same thing that people talk trash about him
Mm.
of, which is that he was never got into a real fight
Mm.
or wasn't a quote real fighter because he didn't get paid, to be in a ring, whatever.
But yeah, didn't
And all
compete.
his matches were supposedly in the street or sparring against his students.
Mm.
But being an actor, you think he wants to go into a UFC fight where somebody might elbow him
Mm.
and put his nose on the other side of his face?
I don't know, man.
So
Like, cause like with Bruce.
Jake Paul, no, Bruce Lee's not with us anymore. Jake Paul, Neon is another guy,
Mm.
streamer. You guys want to get into fighting? Who else? Connect with Master Lukey because my way is what you want.
Mm.
You don't want to get made to look like the Island Boys. I mean, come on, that wasn't a good look.
What?
But Island Boys,
What did
why don't you connect with Master Lukey so you can do real,
Rocky?
actual sport competition
Mm.
and not these spectacles where people are going to be making fun of you? I mean, come on, bro.
Didn't they do some like weird shit together?
Hey,
No, no, no.
keep it in the family.
I think that's exactly what they did.
Keep it in the family. And when you guys are sparring,
No,
if
no,
you
no.
want
I don't
to
mean
look
fighting.
good
I don't
and
mean.
not look like a joke,
Yeah. I.
do no head contact.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn more, anybody watching, ask Master Lukey.
Now, them Island boys, they didn't just fight each other. They really kept it in the family. If you know what-
Hey,
Yeah, that's what I saw.
listen,
I've come up on my thing, and I was just like, "What the fuck, dude?"
I try to stay in my lane, bro. I don't want to get canceled. I
I was
respect
just
everybody, and that's a major
nah.
lesson of martial arts.
Uh,
And do not talk about respect if you're going to actually do something to harm somebody's brain, their potential at making money in the
mm,
future. All right. If you're a streamer, how are you going to perform if you got fucking cloudy thinking
mm,
and a messed up face? You know,
mm,
you want to provide value? You want to make good content?
mm,
Or do you want people to laugh at you and then just forget about you
mm.
because, you're not a real fighter? I think you are a real fighter, Island Boy. I think you're a real fighter because you keep going even when the chips are down. And I respect that.
Mm,
And I respect you. And that's why I won't hit you in the head. If we ever spar, you come to New York or just wait.
mm.
I'll come to that island. I'll take over. You and your brother at the same time. No, one after another. Take you down
In a
or
match,
stand up.
in a sparring match, I'll just make that real.
I would love to hang out with Island Boys. You know they got a crowd wherever they go.
Yeah.
And
I
that's good publicity, man.
yeah. I don't
All
know,
these
man.
streamers, they're getting into it. I saw this one the other day. He goes, take me down and I'll give you $1,000.
Mm,
Milo Yiannopoulos, I think, or something.
okay.
He's got a sign. Take me down. I'll give you that. He's done this for a while. He finally goes up against some high school kid
Yeah.
who's bigger than him. And, they say there's an age limit or an age bracket or something
Mm,
for an athlete, right? You get to be 30 something. Now Milo's still in his 20s, but now he's going up against a kid in his late teens who's younger, faster, bigger,
Really?
and it
Milo's still
looks
in
like
his 20s. I thought he'd be older than me.
okay, could be if we're talking about the same guy.
He's the gay conservative guy, right?
Nope, wrong guy. Might have the name wrong. Might have the name wrong. This guy's like a a,
I
a
wouldn't.
viral. Just type in "take me down for $1,000" or something. You might find him.
Yeah.
But I saw him the other day. He's with Neon. Neon's a streamer, who's making it, making waves.
Hmm.
Viral, thousands of viewers. Gets paid to just film himself, and he's just a kid with glasses like
Hmm.
me, skinny. But he's promoting this guy, take me down for $1,000, doing a boxing match now,
Hmm.
and he's terrible. Bro, I don't even know your name, but your boxing is atrocious. And you need to train with me because he's beating up on some kid in a hotel where
Hmm.
there's a rug on the floor and really hitting this guy. And the guy didn't go down, but he could have.
Hmm.
Can hit his head. There's no
Hmm.
pads on the floor. That's
Hmm.
how people literally die. I mean, I'm sure you can see online these people getting sucker punched
Hmm.
and they actually die. And it's not just from the punch to the face, it's them smashing their head on the floor when they fall.
That's usually what kills him. Yeah.
And am I blaming the guy? No, I'm just calling you out, Neon, because I've done an MMA seminar in a hotel
Hmm.
where there was a rug on the floor. It was the early days when I was calling it League of Assassins. Now they had the Kali and Eskrima seminar.
Hmm.
They had the point fighting tournament seminar, uh, the self defense seminar, the kata. All it was like an assembly of masters all day in the sen. There was like four corners of this giant hotel room,
Hmm.
and I got them to let me do a Master Lukey tournament. And some kid hit his head on a takedown on this rug on the floor. Basically, hit his head on concrete.
Shit.
Luckily, knock on wood, he wasn't seriously injured.
Hmm.
But you could see how there's just nobody in charge.
Hmm.
Okay, now if you go to a, a football game, if you go to WWE, if you go to a boxing match, is there somebody in charge?
Hmm. Yeah, they all have commissions and stuff,
Right?
rules and regulations. Yeah.
And who's in charge of MMA?
Dana White.
Nope.
Well, I don't know. I know what you're
Dana
saying.
White might be in charge of UFC.
And UFC is MMA. Like all the other organizations don't touch the UFC.
What's VFL in Times Square?
I didn't even know about it until you just told me. I
Is
mean, I
Dana White
get,
in charge of that?
I get what you're saying, but you know what
You're
I
not
mean.
in charge of me, Dana White.
Yeah,
I love to fight him. Not like Tito, fake fight. A real MMA match.
they didn't end up. They didn't.
Calling you out, Dana.
You and Dana, no head contact.
That's right. I'll even face Dana. Dana, I'll fight you. Marcus Queensberry rules.
Ooh,
Just like Tito.
ooh, shit.
No head contact, no finishing. You saw it earlier in the podcast today. Master Lukey boxing.
Yeah, you've met him before. You've had couple of interactions with Dana over the years. Twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
First one was on the show.
yeah.
He was in the hotel room. Actually, it's not on the show. It's on the bonus disc
Yeah.
of The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. You got to find somebody. If you guys are watching, you had to have the box.
Hmm.
It's like a hidden gem. The box of The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. In the bonus disc is my interview to get on the show.
Hmm.
I was in a hotel room. I wrote out what I wanted to say because this is back in the day. I sent in my video application. They say come to Vegas for the test to do the interview and the blood work.
Hmm.
So I'm sitting there. I got these beads called Buddha beads. It's made out of a sandalwood, which supposedly is the tree that the Buddha was meditating under when he achieved enlightenment.
Okay.
And they have a specific smell, sandalwood. So I'll go like this to calm myself. So I was nervous. And I did my interview. I said I'm going to have a holy war on anybody who faces me because I'm fighting for more than just myself.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission to teach that you can have a martial arts or a holistic approach to martial arts
Mm.
and still be competitive. So the door opens up, Dana comes out because the hotel has a door in it, right? To the
Mm.
next room.
Yeah.
And he said something snarky about me smelling my beads. He goes, "What the hell is that?" I go and follow him into the door, and there's a long table with all the executives from Spike TV. At the end is Craig Pelagian, who is the executive producer. And they sat me down, and they go, "You see the rest of these guys here?" Because we all took the bus together.
Mm.
Marcus Davis, he was a bodybuilder at one point,
Mm. Jacked.
jacked,
Yeah.
you know. Melvin Gillard, another jacked guy. He goes, "You see these guys?" You had the guy who didn't make it on the show because he couldn't make weight, or he
Mm.
didn't make it to a fight. He was cutting like from he was in the 190s. They go, "What you you see these guys? What are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm not guaranteeing that I'm gonna win, but I will fight." And that's the beauty of the League of Champions because even if I don't win the high score,
Mm.
or anybody,
Mm.
even if you don't win the high score, you're doing sparring.
Mm.
Are you still getting something out of it? Yes, you are.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you're a champion, James.
Thanks, mate. Back at you.
100%. Martial arts is a metaphor, it's a way of life,
Mm.
and it shouldn't be a way of killing other people. Rest in peace, all the Japanese boxers and all the people who've ever died in the ring,
Mm.
in boxing, in MMA, in kickboxing. We, the people, deserve better than to have somebody just selling us
Mm.
on TV like a late night auction.
Mm.
Oh, look at this guy. Look, he can do a pre fight dance.
McGregor.
Look at me, Conor McGregor. Pay me. I can punch too. Huh, punch you, Conor. Mm, mm. Punch you a couple of times.
Couple of shots to the body, eh?
Uh, with Conor, actually, I'll probably punch him in the arms
Yeah.
because I don't want to get in. He's a little shorter than me.
Mm.
I don't want to get in his wheelhouse. Are you kidding me? That hand grenade?
He's pretty slick.
Luckily, I never sparred Marcus Davis on the show. I think he would have clocked me good. I did spar Melvin Gillard. He got me with an overhand.
Yeah.
Probably would have finished me in a real fight.
Yeah.
And also sparred with Randy Couture that day.
Oh shit.
He beat me up and down that ring, corner to corner.
Mm. What was Randy like?
Complete nightmare. Like a Weidman guy. They love the competition.
Yeah.
He enjoyed beating me up a little too much, that Randy.
He got too much of
I want
a.
a rematch!
What was he like as a dude though? Like hanging out with him, he was pretty cool.
Who did I hang out with that was cool? Because Randy was just kind of in and out. We hung out with Tim Sylvia
Yeah.
and Matt Hughes because he
He
came
was.
by the house one time
Yeah.
with his belt, and they were saying he brings his belt everywhere.
Yeah,
They
I
think he,
remember that.
they
Going to the
think he
shops and
sleeps with
stuff.
it.
Yeah. Goes to supermarkets
Hell yeah!
wearing it.
I got something around here. It's a beach towel. You know how they're big, right? And it's
Yeah.
got a championship belt on it for the league, and you kind of fold it so it's thinner.
Yeah.
You can put it over your
Maybe you have to
like a
send
belt.
one. Um, send one
Well,
to.
I have two of them, and one of them has signatures on it because I want to bring it to everybody. And the two signatures are Jim Fitzgerald, who's the 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 black belt and MMA fighter who took over after it was sold to him by his teacher and training partner and teacher,
Mm.
Jim Miller.
Oh, nice.
And Jim Miller, shout out to Jim Miller. Talk about a legend,
Mm.
right?
Definitely.
Huge, huge, huge fan. He might be my favorite fighter
Oh, wow.
because he reached out on one of these web forums to anybody who was having mental health issues.
Mm.
There was something in the news that triggered him to do that. And I said, hey, I'd love to come down and spar with you. I have a new system because, I had been diagnosed with schizophrenia by family court.
Mm.
And I believe it was PTSD induced
Mm.
because I'm not crazy.
Mm.
But the behavior was so erratic from all the stress when I left Ultimate Fighting, got divorced, lost custody of my kids and stuff, and I went crazy.
Mm.
And so I was familiar with what people would consider to be mental health struggles,
Mm.
feeling like nobody was on my side. And Jim Miller reached out, and I was touched, and he invited me down.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I want to spar on camera. Are you under contract? He said, come down and spar with my best guy who took over his gym.
Mm.
There was an influx of Caucasian fighters,
Mm.
a few years ago. And Jim Miller was saying that he had these guys that Jim Miller, he's got the most fights in UFC history.
Mm.
He knows that you have to make it to a fight to get the fight, to win the fight, to get the paycheck.
Yeah.
So he said it became a risk because these guys wanted to either prove something or show that, or push themselves. And like I was saying before, the sport is kill or be killed.
Mm.
And so Jim had to remove his training from the public side of things and only bring in special sparring partners.
Yeah.
And so he sold his gym to Jim Fitzgerald.
Okay.
And I sparred with Jim. I did like what I'm telling you, where I go to a school to challenge
Yeah.
somebody. And we actually did 5 matches in a row, 5 minutes each.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes is a match, and there's no like 1 minute break in between. It's just one match. You get a score, 1 to 100.
Yeah.
And we actually did 5 matches. And at the time, I didn't have my digital scoring system,
Mm.
so I had the people watching live in chat
Mm.
do the scoring. Then I had to sit down and do the tallying by hand. Took a really long time, but it was like kind of like the early days of not the league itself, but the marketing
Yeah.
and and the formatting of the scoring.
But it went good. Like
So
it
I got
was.
Jim Miller and I got Jim Fitzgerald so far on this belt,
Yeah.
and that's
Nice.
going to come with me and get everybody who's going to spar with me,
Mm.
or whoever spars with anybody. It could be anybody
Yeah.
sparring. Like could be Jake Paul versus Tito Ortiz.
Mm.
He's in my head right now. Could be anybody. Could be Donald Trump versus Vladimir Putin. How about that?
Yeah. Well, you
Or
want to
Vince
fuck.
McMahon.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon versus Vladimir Putin. Because Trump, he only takes bumps. He doesn't actually work matches. But Vince McMahon could, and Putin, he's a judo master.
Yeah. I think Putin would. He'd be handy. I think you'd be able to throw him over.
Imagine Putin in the league. Could
You would have
settle
to.
this Ukraine
Yeah.
deal right now.
I think he would fuck Slavinsky up. To be honest.
All right, you
Mm.
get the scores, and they each want like a certain area of the land, right? So
Mm.
you have a line, and now whoever scores more, they're going to get more of that land, and you make the line based on the score.
Yeah.
And every year, that line can move,
Yeah.
and you make the war profitable for everybody, and not just the mad scientists making the weapons and the
Mm.
drones. Let's have this charity money, these charity fights go to a group fund for Russia, Ukraine,
Mm.
right? We could do it in crypto.
I mean, it'd be nice in theory, but I don't see them doing that. Um, It's good to see Trump doing something about it, though. He's getting involved, and yeah, I'm really happy to see. Hopefully, they can bring that to some sort of conclusion. I mean, I know people are mad, and they're like, "Oh, he's they're gonna have to succeed land," or, I mean, there's just no way around it. No, they're not gonna be able to get everything they want. And at the end of the day, if we can avoid war, that's what I'm behind.
You know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think they want it to
There's
keep going
there's
because it's
there is people out
selling.
there, definitely. There's definitely people out there that wanted to keep it going, and if Trump never got in, we would be getting more of it. So whether people like him or not, if Trump didn't get in, we wouldn't be talking peace talks right now. That's my opinion. You want to talk conspiracy theories? If he didn't win, that war would be escalating right now instead of having peace talks. That's just my opinion, but
It's there's a meeting ground where we can agree. I'll agree that because Trump is in office, there's peace talks going on. 100%.
mm,
Pound on that one.
yeah. All right.
So the only thing left is the extend that pyramid down. And there's something about the Ali Act you were saying, or something with these. You sent me something about Stitch, right? Was that to do with the boxing deaths, or was
Ah,
that somebody else
I
who sent me
remember.
that?
No. But did we talk about that? I think we spoke about that, didn't we? I didn't send that
In
in the
Instagram.
clips. Yeah, but I think we were talking about it though, about the Ali Act and just how they're looking to remove it, which is
Mm.
unfortunate because that's there for the fighters' benefits. Um, and yeah, with Stitch and that, I've met Stitch before. He was pretty cool. I didn't get to spend much time with him, but he's a legend. You've met Stitch before in the past?
I requested him.
Oh wow,
Yeah, 'cause you can do that.
that's cool,
I
man.
thought it was kind of superstitious,
Yeah,
Good luck, good luck, cut man. They
yeah,
wrap your hands.
nice,
So I
nice.
said, give me the good wrap. He goes, you want the knockout wrap or do you want the grappling wrap?
Wha
Wraps your hands different. If you have the grappling wrap, he just kind of tapes the wrist.
Oh
If
wow.
you want the
Oh,
knockout wrap, he puts the pad over the knuckles.
true. Well, there you go. I thought you would like he was joking around, but there's an actual way he tapes it, more specific to what you're after.
Striker grappler.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I never even realized that. That's cool, man.
I said it was good luck. I think I must have won the first fight when he wrapped me on the show, maybe
Yeah,
versus Anthony Torres, or maybe he wrapped me the second time against Sam Morgan, and I got a knockout. So I thought he was good luck.
yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's cool,
He
man.
was telling me he got flown out to Japan for Josh Barnett. Requested him.
Oh wow, true. I wonder how that works. If the company's just happy to wear that, or if he has to, if that goes into his purse, or how that works.
Yeah, big money fights,
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah,
I was getting scouted at one point.
yeah.
They had well, I think I told you the story of how I went through the Spanish announcers table at Ring of Combat 4 or 5, I think, against Josh Koscheck.
Mm,
The reason why I call it the Spanish announcers table is because there was a gentleman sitting there. There's two gentlemen sitting there. Fernando Avila, who was a interpreter for the cases that my mom was working on. She's the people that type what you're saying in court. It's called a
mm,
stenographer.
mm.
So she worked with this guy Fernando. He was the translator and Spanish translator, and somehow they started talking. He learned that she was my mom. He had a friend, Shu Hirata, who was
Okay.
from Japan, and he ran a website, and he was bringing fighters to and from Japan, bringing them over here to fight,
Mm.
bringing fighters from here to Japan. So Fernando had a brother, Rodrigo, who came over and did some filming of me at my house. He's like, just make it interesting, do some kung fu forms if you remember, whatever.
Mm.
And he gave that to Shu, and then Shu came to couple of my fights. Came to the Josh Koscheck fight, and they wanted to get me. I guess at that time it would have been Shuto maybe, or there was one like Pride shoot off that was for the lightweights. I think it was called Bushido, Pride Bushido
Oh
maybe.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they wanted me to kind of like work my way into the Japanese market
yeah.
because they called me an otaku. This is like a foreigner who's into Japanese culture because I was
I
like into anime and
yeah.
comic books and stuff like that. Had a cool concept for an entry if I ever made it over there because I was a big fan of Genki Sudo.
Yes, yeah, yeah. He was a
Remember
beast.
his pageantry?
Yeah, he was a great fighter as well. So explosive.
Yep. I liked his entrances. So I was gonna come out with like a big like woolly mammoth head with horns, like a big thing like this, and then like a big arm, a woolly mammoth arm, and like a wooden pole, like a stick with a head on it.
Hmm.
That was my idea for entrance into the Japanese market.
So what happened? Why didn't it
I
eventually?
think I just stayed with the UFC. I was at that time uh, for one fight, my first fight after the show against Jason Von Flew. I was in college, so I was taking an 11-hour bus ride to college during the week, and then coming back on the weekend to train with Longo.
Hmm.
And I just couldn't do both, so I dropped out of college. And then I think my
So
next fight was against Jonathan Goulet, maybe, and I
you were in
lost.
college and fighting in the UFC.
Just for one fight, and it wasn't even a full semester in college because I saw like I wasn't getting the training that I needed. I was trying to
Yeah,
like find people to train with up there.
yeah,
It was too far to drive to the because I didn't have a car. I couldn't get to the gym and still make class. I mean,
mm.
maybe I could have with a little extra money, or whatever. But I just came back to do all my training with Longo,
Yeah.
and then I
Fair
just
enough.
stayed with the UFC. They were giving me a certain amount of money,
Yeah,
and maybe if at when I when my contract was about to be up, because I think it was a 3-year contract,
yeah,
maybe I could have made the transition to Japan or something. But I just left
yeah,
fighting altogether.
yeah. That was
So
towards the end of
we're
the
gonna have to
fight
go to
anyway.
Japan together. I'll come
Yeah,
to Australia and then we'll go up.
check it out, brother. Sounds good. You got to take the wife over there. Go on some big holiday. Get out of here for a little while.
Right.
Get some
We'll
break
go to
off work.
Japan and then we'll go east, west,
Hmm.
Japan, China, India, right?
Yeah, I
Where
think
you
it,
want to get dropped off? Europe?
I think I would dodge China at the moment. Just at the moment.
Okay. I mean, you'd
Yeah.
know better than me. I feel like they get a bad rap and it's mostly propaganda, but you could be
Mm,
right.
I think they get a bad rap, and it's because of the CCP. Obviously, I don't have problem with Chinese people. I have half a Chinaman sitting right behind me. But I am not a fan of the CCP. Uh, they don't give a shit about their own people, let alone other people outside of
Hmm.
China. I mean, there was just for example, I mean, recently they had that thing, two boats, Chinese boats crashed into each other. Because what happens, right, is they go around and they bully and threaten people in the Philippines for fishing in Philippines water, saying that's basically all Chinese, and yeah, they would try to crash their boat into a Philippines boat, but they crashed into each other. Yeah, I just
Wow.
yeah,
I had an old um, coworker at Longos. He was Filipino, and he was kind of saying that that the Filipinos are considered below, like they get bullied basically by
yeah. The
China
Southeast
and
Asians, you got
Japan.
the Asians and the Southeast Asians. But yeah,
There's only one way to settle it, James.
no head contact
Sparring.
sparring.
That's right, for points.
Yeah.
Let's put it on the record.
GGP, Winnie the Pooh.
G-
I'll
CCP gets a 65,
yeah.
and the Philippines gets a 75.
I'll do the no head contact sparring against you, but I
There we
can't. I
go.
can't promise that there would be no stoppage. I think I'd be going straight for them floating ribs, mate, and trying to crack them.
You need, you need a lesson learned, James.
Yeah, I definitely
You're
would.
gonna do it. You're gonna do it
Yeah,
for your
I'd.
countrymen,
Yeah,
for your wife's
I'd get
countrymen.
disqualified. 100%.
Because then their money is not gonna the money that you earned for the people, for the
It's
charity.
okay. They can understand.
Think of
One.
the Philippine kids that would get that money. We're
Oh,
talking
you're gilding them, are
millions of crypto,
you? You're gilding. Oh,
millions of crypto
for
coins, James.
millions, yeah, of course. I'd let him beat me up for millions.
No, because the more you score, the more you earn.
Oh well.
Hmm?
So I could break his ribs, and then I can keep hitting him in the ribs for a little while, and keep scoring. I get the best of both worlds.
Don't try to finish him at the last 10 seconds so you still get all your points.
Yeah. I like get him in
We
the
have to figure.
corner and prop him up, and then
Mm,
hold him up with dirty boxing
there
or
you go.
something.
There you go.
Yeah, then let
I
him
thought of
go.
that, like, what do you do if somebody gets like, 10 punches in a row, 20 punches in a row? Because I've been on the ground, somebody's mounted on me, and I can't even move,
Mm,
So now that's even without ground and pound. So I'm like, oh, well, imagine getting punched in the body. I can't
mm,
breathe
mm.
because these guys are, I have to tap out.
Yeah,
But if I didn't tap out and the ref was there, where would we stop it? Because like in pro wrestling, they give you 10 punches. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the crowd's cheering, right? And he's on the ring like 1, 2, up to
yeah,
10, and then the ref pulls him off,
yeah,
and then he pushes the ref away.
yeah,
Come on, that's
yeah. I
you.
guess
I'm
you
gonna
could.
be the ref. I'm gonna have to pull you off. Come on, think of the kids, James. Come on, lad.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I'll give you the speech that Leon Edwards got. Don't let him bully you, lad.
Yeah. I
Don't
don't.
be a bully.
Yeah, I think. Look, I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm the toughest or anything like that. But I think I'd have my way with old G. I don't think you'd have a chance.
Is he old? I don't even know.
Old enough to get
Who's
a
he?
pounding, I think. I don't
Hey,
think you'd have much of a chance. But
he's
you
in the
know,
over 60 division.
yeah. Man, I feel like I'm over 60, but yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
not there
stay in
yet.
the 30 to 45 year division,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
45 to 60, which is where I am.
Yeah.
Cause
So you can take him for us.
45, I
Yeah.
might have to go down. 46 next year.
Yeah.
This year I got to face guys who are over 30. Who's that? John Jones,
Yeah. Jones
Conor
is like
McGregor.
1 year younger than me. Yeah. McGregor's 34, something like
Let's
35.
go, baby.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson,
Yeah.
light
Tony.
work,
Tony would be a good one.
definitely.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
He's a great fighter. See, the thing what I was saying before about the fighting, the sparring being more exciting than the fighting.
Mm.
Tony is a perfect example. We love Tony.
Mm.
We want Tony to do well. His moves are awesome.
Mm.
He's got great grappling, unorthodox striking. He's got a great personality.
Mm.
And his last few fights, because he's so banged up, are
Yeah.
kind of disappointing because you want to see the good, action.
Yeah. He's
And I think we can still get it, Tony. You could get it, brother.
yeah.
You could
It
get
was
both of
just
them.
it's just sad. It's sad. But yeah, I mean, after you getting older, a couple of bad knockouts. Same thing happened to Chuck Liddell. Happens to a lot of guys have an iron chin, and then they just get that one bad knockout, and then they just start, they're not the same.
They were saying that about Aaron Pico last night. They were saying he was in a convulsion on the floor. The camera cut away because it was a bad look.
Ooh, no, I didn't see that. I saw the knockout, but yeah, that was
Saw it on Reddit.
slick. That was slick as well. He like sidestepped him, and then Yeah.
Yeah, he messed himself up with some stupid footwork. Remember, I think I told you about the pyramid stepping where the guy's in one stance and
Yeah.
they come around like this to throw this hand from the rear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a karate move. It's not
Yeah.
a boxing move,
Yeah.
and it's not the sweet science. I'm sorry, guys. I think karate has a lot to offer, but I do not recommend the pyramid step.
Yeah.
And I have two other options, which is the slide step and the pivot step. If you want to learn more about how to set yourself up where you don't get knocked out and
Mm.
you could score still, and it's a scientific mathematical approach, feel free to message me. It's simple. It's in my book coming out.
Mm.
And on that note, I'm going to give you one little sneak preview here, James,
Yeah, man.
because I told you already that that you're a major motivator for me to keep working on my book.
Thanks, man.
And every time I make a picture, I think, I should show James this, or at least tell him that,
Yeah, I saw this one.
I made one. So
Nice.
this is just one. There's let's see how many. 32 32 um cards,
Mm.
and here's another one. You see that?
Yeah, man. Nice
So
little
you're in your
workout.
fighting stance. It's kind of like a burpee,
Mm.
except your arms are straight. Instead of going down in a push-up position, you keep your arms straight there.
Okay.
That's mimicking a sprawl. These are all MMA specific.
Yeah. Nice.
And there's 16 on a page. And basically, the book, these pages are made of a really thick,
Mm.
perforated cardstock. So you buy the book, but you get the cards that you can cut it, you could rip out.
Mm.
This right here is the bull Pegasus. This right here is the land shark.
Mm.
There's 10 mythical beasts in total. But the first mythical beast is fitness. The second mythical beast is self defense. And the first book, this book that I'm writing, MMA Black Belt, is the first of 5 books to
Mm.
get to MMA Black Belt. So the second book that I'm going to, after I finish the first 32 of these cards, I have
Tyke
6 so far.
Myson.
Tyke Myson. So you might have heard of the Mike Tyson push ups. Your feet go on the wall, and you're basically pushing yourself back towards the wall where your arms are pushing in a line that goes over your head.
Yeah. No,
Works your shoulders more.
I haven't seen that one. Nice.
Okay, look at Mike Tyson push-ups.
Yeah.
Tyke Myson is kind of a spin-off of
Yeah.
that, where
Funny play on words.
you're not having your feet on the floor on the wall, but on the floor. You
Mm.
still push your hands from your hips up over your head to work the shoulders more.
Mm.
And when you push back, you touch your opposite foot, so it's a full body exercise.
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I get
so
you.
each page has 16 cards. There's over 100 cards of the Bull Pegasus, which has things like uh, 5 minutes.
Mm.
It also has numbers from 1 to 100. So you flip the first card, it gives you your reps
Mm.
or your time. You flip the second card, and you get your exercise.
Yeah.
So the first mythical beast, you basically got everything you need for an MMA inspired workout.
Mm. And
And
be
then,
different all the time. That's
yep.
the beauty of the cards. That is actually a pretty genius idea because it
Hey,
you just walk in and you don't have to overthink it, and the cards run it for you, and it's going to be dynamic and different every. That is actually a pretty good idea. I like that. Yeah.
thank you, sir.
No, it's true. Like, I'm not just saying that's a good idea.
So the book tour is a seminar tour,
Yeah.
and I can turn it into a viral dojo storm
Yeah.
tour.
No, you
So
could
you
have
want
some
to
fun with it.
you want to fight me? Let's warm up first. We use the book. Boom.
Yeah.
Get nice and tired. Take the edge off, so we
Yeah.
don't have like that nervous energy where somebody's gonna fucked up or get injured.
Mm. Mm.
Jeremy Horn, he had an interesting way of warming up. So there was Ganyao Fairtex. He was the Muay Thai coach on The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. He said 20 minutes. You go to a match in Thailand, the champions of the world, they're warming up 20 minutes.
Mm.
Jeremy Horn has as many MMA fights as a Thai champion, well
Oh
over
yeah,
100 fights, close to
crazy,
200 fights, I think.
crazy.
And I'll take his advice from his experience. He said double sweat. That's his warm up. You break your first sweat, you chill out a little bit, then you break another sweat. That's his warm up.
Okay. And any specific way? You just do a circuit, hit pads.
Well, before a fight, you're in the back. You got your warm up partner. You're doing some pummeling. Maybe they got mats. You could practice a little bit of groundwork. You
Yeah.
hit the pads, shadow box, pace around. Some guys they don't even do that. They just walk around. They don't
Mm.
even barely warm up.
Mm.
I think in the UFC, professional athletes they know,
Mm.
but
And
it's
what was your routine?
I had Christian Broker.
Yeah.
He was a Greco wrestler, also a jiu-jitsu black belt. He was my grappling partner. So we'd go between Ray holding the pads
Mm.
and Chris, Christian Broker grappling with me. We go
Mm.
back and forth about 20 minutes or so.
Nice.
On the fight night when Anderson Silva made his UFC debut, I was warming up because I was the swing bout.
Mm.
But then they told us that because we were running out of time on Spike TV, the show was ending at 11,
Mm.
wasn't a pay-per-view. The show was only set up to go to 11, so they had to get Anderson in. The broadcast was going to cut out.
Mm.
It would have been a dark match. They spent a lot of money on him, so they sent him out first. Here I am about to walk out. That was the famous night where they tried to stop me from wearing my custom shorts, I think. Or was
Oh,
that the finale? I
that
forgot.
was that
It
was
might
the
have been,
finale, I think,
might have been
right?
a finale. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's right. That's right. The same backstage manager. That's why I got confused. Bert. So Bert told us, you guys aren't fighting yet. Anderson's going to go out.
Mm.
So I had to cool down. Luckily, it wasn't long because Anderson pieced him up in like 2 minutes.
Mm.
Then I came out as the main event
That's pretty cool,
against
man.
on
Like,
Anderson's card.
yeah. Not only did you fight in the UFC, hey, it doesn't matter how it happened. You were the main event on a UFC,
Main
brother. You were
evented.
the, you were a main
UFC
event.
fight night.
Anderson Silva was your co-main. That's pretty.
Hey,
Look out. That's cool.
I want you, Anderson.
Anderson, you definitely want no head contact with Anderson, I would imagine.
He's probably walking around well over 200 pounds.
Ah, yeah. Definitely.
Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Muay
Yeah.
Thai master, the GOAT.
Yeah. Definitely one
He's
of
on
them.
Rushmore.
Definitely on Rushmore.
Even though, he got a
I'd
bit
put
of
him.
a stain on his after he popped.
Yeah, but I
They
mean,
all
it's
are,
that
though, right?
era and, like, yeah. But GSP, Anderson, Jones, and you got one more spot. If it's
Mighty,
MMA, for me, it would be Fedor. If it's UFC, I don't know. Who would you give that fourth spot to?
Mighty Mouse.
A lot of people say that. I don't like. He's an all-timer, but I don't think he's top four.
I'm a purist, I'm just thinking of technique and his record.
Yeah, but technique. All the smaller that you are, generally the more technical they're gonna be, because just for obvious reasons. Because I've heard a lot of other people say, I use technique, and imagine if he was heavier and blah blah blah. Well, if he was heavy, he wouldn't fight like that. He fought like that because he weighed like 55 kilos or whatever, and he fought he is an all timer. He's great, blah blah blah. But when he was champion in the UFC, that was the weakest division. Like
Hey, yo.
he never went up, and like he was a champion. So I'm not here shitting on him, but when you want to compare him to all the best guys of all time, I just think other people had better careers. In my opinion.
I want you, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, but he is a beast, though. He is especially on the feet, very slick. But yeah, I don't know.
He's got a full game. Full game. Plus,
Definitely.
holds a place in my heart for being a Jeet Kune Do guy. Trains under Matt Hume, or trained.
Oh, really?
Matt, yep. Matt
Oh,
Hume
geez. Oh,
was,
God, I didn't know
I
that.
believe, under maybe Vunak.
Yeah,
He's definitely a Jeet Kune Do guy. You know,
yeah.
have no way his way. You could see it in Mighty Mouse's fights. He's got great stand up, great grappling.
Mm.
He's not like one or the other.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a mixed martial artist. He's like if you had him in a video game, his stats are like evenly, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not like the
Hell yeah.
wrestling where it's massive on one side or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's Kamzat.
yeah, yeah. Oh, look, I think Hamzat's got good boxing. Um, but he just for that fight on the weekend, he didn't take any risk. I mean, because the little bit of success DDP had at the end there, he hit him with a couple of good shots on the feet. So if DDP's on his back in a crucifix, he doesn't have to worry about that. You know, you just remove that. But on that
That's a
note, brother,
10-8 for me, bro.
on that note, brother, I reckon we'll call it an episode.
You gonna crucifix? I'm gonna crucifix myself soon. What is it? 7:10.
Uh, it's 9:10
Early to
here.
rise tomorrow. Yeah, I started training again
Nice.
for my tour.
Uh,
Haven't been able to really do sparring because I have to empty myself out. You know, I don't want to get injured. You
yeah,
have to make it to the fight before you can win the fight.
yeah,
But I started training again every day. So if you guys are watching and you want to check out my channel, just type in hashtag Master Lukey and look for the live sign. You could see me.
yeah.
I'll be training twice tomorrow, once in the morning, once at night.
Nice.
And looking forward to next time, James. I really appreciate you calling in and
Yeah. I
making
always,
this happen
I
for all the
always,
lads.
I always have time for you, Luke. Like I appreciate the viewers, but I appreciate you, Luke, taking the time. You know, it means a lot. And
We're a team, brother.
that's it, brother. I'll plug your channel
All,
in the
all these
description and
crazy
all that stuff.
ideas is on my end. It's for real. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do my best, and the fact that you're helping,
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing.
Thanks, man. You have
You're
my
a great
support.
man.
Thank you.
Yep,
I appreciate it.
my brother from across the whole entire world. Holy! If I
Yeah.
stomp really hard, are you guys gonna shake Bruce Lee over there?
Well, I mean, you literally. Actually, it's a good point. You are. I'm literally under your feet, in a way, in a sense.
Gonna. I look like Jean Claude he's gonna face Bruce Lee over there.
Yeah. What do you reckon of some of
What do
these?
you made?
What do you reckon of some of these? They're pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, my favorite JCVD movie. You're gonna hate me for this. Street Fighter.
Oh, look out! Street Fighter. My cousin worked on that movie. Oh,
Wow.
he was a stuntman. Um, and notoriously, JCVD was a little bit fucked up on that set, and they paid a handler to watch out for him and make sure he doesn't get too crazy, right? But apparently
Wow.
the handler was a bad influence.
Oh
So the
my
guy
god.
they paid to look after JC, make sure he
Yeah.
doesn't get too wild, was a bad influence, and then he would
Yeah.
rock up either off his face or really tired. You know what I mean? And then couldn't speak English properly. My cousin was just like,
Wow.
yeah, he's just like, he just was this little guy that couldn't speak English properly. And I'm like, okay, fair enough.
This is JCVD you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, he's little, huh?
Yeah, I think he's only like 5'8" or something.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, lightweight.
yeah, yeah. But hey, man.
That'd be great. Him in a real match. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, and look, I think back then, like
Talented.
he might not have been the best dude to be around, but I think now, I think he'd be pretty cool. Like, he's pretty eccentric, and he's a bit of a zany guy as well. Like but yeah, I reckon he'd be cool. I reckon
For
he'd be
sure.
a cool guy. I
6 months sprawl training, they used to say.
someone that I know, I'm not super close with, but someone I know, Dan Deltz. He's brought JC over to Australia a couple of times, and Stallone and Schwarzenegger, and yeah, he said that he was pretty cool. So
Nice. Is that Mr. Hans Claw
where?
over your left shoulder next to
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, the
dragon?
claw, yeah. Yes, it is.
Yo!
Yeah,
Holy.
sure is, man. With the with him just over here.
Oh man,
Yeah,
life size. I mean, it's perfect size. That's where
yeah.
I like when he cut him. Like the lines didn't even match up to the knives.
Yeah,
It's like 4 knives, 3 cuts,
yeah.
painted on.
Yeah.
But the action was real,
Well, I mean,
not sped up.
that's it. And like, if you compare it to the other martial art movies back then, it's leaps and bounds better. It doesn't have that like rhythmic, over choreographed style that a lot of the old school '70s kung fu movies had. When Bruce did it, it seemed more visceral and more like realistic. You know,
Yep.
it was so far beyond anything else going on, and that's why he's right here. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah.
we'll be long gone, he'll never be forgotten. You know,
The spirit of the dragon
that's it, brother.
is within us, James.
Yeah, well, I do my best.
May we all fly like eagles. So they say in the Native American tradition. We got the eagle. Asia's got the dragon.
Yeah,
You got the tiger fighting each other. And you got Master Lukey's mythical beasts. Stay
yeah.
tuned, y'all. Got
It's
some good stuff coming up for you, lads. Make sure you comment. Any questions that you have, we're going to be coming at you live soon.
that's it.
And shout out to you, James.
My
Shout out to
pleasure.
Bruce Lee. Shout out to Matt Brown, Eddie Alvarez. RIP to all the boxers. And if you're watching and you're a martial artist, this is for you and for your team, that you guys can practice the sport that we love in the safest way. So stay tuned. We're going to win.
Thanks, brother. Much appreciated.
My
I
lad,
appreciate you taking the time, Master Lukey,
I
and
got you.
giving us
We'll
some
be back.
good knowledge in that there, brother. And for all the lads out there, we appreciate you sticking around. And till next week, Master Lukey, you have a great week, brother.
We'll talk soon.
Will do. Take
All
care,
right,
man.
lad. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, mate.